Mungai Eve, we know her, we love her. She started off making content, doing YouTube interviews, doing street interviews, and we have steadily seen her brand growth. Now, last year there was a bit of chaos. There was just a little bit too much going on. I think with the person she was dating at the time, there was just too much. There was the very extravagant birthday and the birthday bills that did make headlines. I'm just like, ooh, y'all got money. As in, it's always so fascinating to see, just somebody with money and using it the way they're supposed to. You know, the way you see like a billionaire's daughter and then they're just living their life low-key. And you're just like, if I was in your shoe, I would be turning up. And turning up she has. But she has been very quiet, I think for the better part of this year. And she came up and said that from April to around June, she was really going through a severe depression, so much so that she was unable to even leave the house. She was just dealing with a lot. And she says it was one of the lowest moments of her life. It felt like burnout. She had been doing the same thing over and over again. It felt like all the things she had been doing, all the work she had been putting in was in service to someone else's dream and not exactly hers. And she just felt, that feeling sometimes when you become so normal. Yani, your life is just day in, day out, same
Repetition.
routine. And you're just like, ooh, what are we doing? And the fire is not there and you're just pushing P. And she felt very overwhelmed about all of this, also had other issues going on and decided to take a break. However, she does say that she has been better. She has been able to heal and overcome the situation with help from family, friends, professional help, and prayer. Honestly, girl, it do be like that sometimes. It do be like that sometimes.
Yeah, to be entirely honest, also the pressure of just keeping up with the Joneses. Because, like, for her, it was getting to a point where it felt like she was being pressured into living a certain life, being a certain way, having this character. It's an avatar which she presents on a normal day. And to be honest, if you are a normal person and you're always presenting yourself as an avatar, it can really start to do a disservice to your mental health. So I get it, because it can be very, very it's a strain, to be honest. I remember, what's his name, the mask. What's the name of the mask? Jim Carrey. When he was speaking about depressive states, is because it's like your whole life you're living as this character, right? And when you're living as this character, at one point or another, you will fall into a depression simply because it is difficult to keep up with that character. What that character is like, what that character presents in life is not the authentic version of you deep down inside. So if you are always presenting yourself as this thing, as this brand, as this personality, it can be very, very overwhelming. That's why people have states of what do you call it, of imposter syndrome. That's why people have states of just dissociation from who you are, and you are just in a loop of, I don't like this. It's because you're not living and presenting your most authentic self. I'm not saying that that's what's happening with our friend Eve Mungai. I'm just saying that as a normal person, try and remain as authentic as possible, because when you are just you, it's difficult to get tired of that. It's difficult to be overwhelmed by just presenting as you. But when you are creating this facade that people need to see and embrace, it can be overwhelming. So be mindful about how much of yourself you are suppressing, because eventually that suppression is going to want to come out into the light, and it can be very heavy on your mental health. So be mindful of those things. Don't live this lifestyles of faking it till you make it. Just like, don't try and keep up with the Joneses. Live your life according to your pace, right? Don't pressure yourself. Again, not saying that that's what Ivunga is doing or that's what's happening with her. This is just my opinion with regard to celebrity and celebrity people, right? And celebrity personalities.